It's not just another place, Ray. This is your place.
We're in a city built on 7 hills, and the fans hoping to see 7 points on the board early. We're at Cincinnati's Paycor Stadium. Coming up, we're keeping things in the AFC for an intra-conference contest between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. On one sideline, look at the head coach of the Browns. His guy's still perfect, a third of the way through this season at 6-0. On the other side, head coach of the Bengals there, Zach Taylor. His guy's more than motivated for this contest, ready to take the field here at home. Alongside Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott, and we're just about set to get this one started. And away we go in Cincinnati. Return coming from the 6. And he stopped on the run back of the 27. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
Last week is one of those weird spots as a quarterback, Kate. Right? You celebrate a win. Every win is so hard in this league, but as a QB, you also know when you throw more interceptions than touchdowns, you're very fortunate to come on the winning. Side of any game at this level.
And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Now here's a look at his production from last week and the part he played in his offense's victory. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Burrow from the gun. All the way to the side. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Burrow on 1st down. He's got a man left. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
12.
Hand off on 2nd and short. This is very close, but it looks like he's going to be marked. Yep, marked shy that 1st down at the 30. 3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Here we go.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 12-yard line.
From the red zone on 1st. He brings it in. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
Out of bounds down at the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up
11.
5.
Taken in by Chase, left side. They were ready for him. They won that battle on the ground. This is backed up to the 9.
I wish everybody had the opportunity to feel how fast that decision is made. With that RPO, it is a split second. And when you make the incorrect read, well, the play's busted up before it ever has a chance to start.
On third down, here's Burrow. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete. Okay, already a big decision to make on your opening drive, Brock. Is this 4-down territory, or do you take the field goal and be happy to start off with some points?
Well, remember, Kate, and I think we're going to see this all year long. This new kickoff rule is real. Now, that ball now coming out to the 35-yard line, it affects the data and the decision-making. You're going to see more and more teams be aggressive, and I would be.
The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. Has this at the 6. And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. They're led out by the Colorado and Jackson State Piranhas. It's Shedeur Sanders.
And you could feel it, Kate. He wasn't content at any point of last week's game. As he led them to a win, he kept pushing higher and higher. 300 yards, 350, 400, and he was still driving the ball downfield as the game ended with a good bit over 400 yards. With his mindset, that's the minimum bar for him to attack this week.
Left side, and it's intercepted. Minka Fitzpatrick has got it. And he makes the house call. It's a pick 6 for Cincinnati. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right, getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Browns and quarterback Shedeur Sanders ready to get back to work. And his start to the season has been special, hasn't it? The way he's played, it's no surprise at all that he's leading the NFL in passing. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. So 20 yards on that play. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland first down. Just one play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45. Short pass brought in. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
1st and 10 from the 43.
Here we go, stretch!
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
First down, and they go right back to it. He hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's second down.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They give it to him again. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down play.
And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. 6 yards from there. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Let's go!
Tootin. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Browns face a 4-point deficit. This is Trujillo to try to point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Browns cut it to a field goal game.
Round 7.
Here's Trujillo to kick it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He dodged the tackle. He lost the football. And the fumble recovery going to be touchdown as that one comes to an end. Coach Zach Taylor getting his Bengals out there for their next drive. They're on a 3-game winning streak, Brock, and working to stretch that out to 4. Starting out with an empty backfield, Brock. Here they come. 1st and 10.
Gun. Got. What?
Burrow out of the shotgun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I can promise you that is a throw. It's a quarterback when it leaves your hands. You do not want to flirt with as this game goes on. That is a prime one that DB could cut off and take the other way.
Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And this one does not go far. Browns are in the nickel for this 3rd down call.
Here we go.
Air it out on 3rd. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he's tackled for a short gain.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
On 1. Ready?
3rd and just 2 to go.
Here we go. 180.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. That one's complete, right side. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Gun.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's taken down as he takes this to the 38. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
Here we go.
Going to the ground again on 1st. He's going to have this one down to the 28. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
11 MT tank.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
11 MT tank.
Well, these top-tier offenses have brought the firepower so far. Plenty of points in that 1st quarter. Scoreboard shows 10-7. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Time for our 2nd quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. That's him on the quick hitter. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and
Here we go.
4 at the 22-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Hits him on the out route. And he's able to get this down to the 13. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Here we go.
From the red zone now. Jump off, caught by his back. Great coverage all the way to the sideline. They're on him to end that quick pass before he can get vertical.
11 mighty.
Break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. To the air again. It's Burrow. He's getting fun off the tackle, but he lost the football. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. And if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next. There's a lot of studies done every offseason, Kate, about the best red zone offenses. And typically, it's about creative quarterbacks doing just what he tried to do right there in extending the play out of the pocket. The problem is there was just nowhere for him to go with the ball.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Showing a little burst so far. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Browns and quarterback Shedeur Sanders ready to get back to work. And this is the type of play they need out of him into the later months. He's currently leading the league in passing touchdowns. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. One play in, Brock in his drive is already in enemy territory.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
Back to the well again. He finds a little room there before being hauled down. Gain of 3. 4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Tootin gets it from the gun. And he's in. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns tie and can take the lead here in the second. And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. This is Trujillo to try to point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And they'll take the lead.
14. Bengals 13.
Here's Trujillo to kick it away. Fields this one at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Coach Zach Taylor getting his Bengals out there for their next drive. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Dropped was the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. And nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Burrow to the air now. Fits it through the middle. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. All set now, 1st and 10.
That's good for a Bengals first down.
12.
Option design here. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
11, Thomas.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
On 1, ready?
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
It's just set. Ready?
Burrow back to throw. Cut out left. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains. 3rd down, 1 yard to go.
God. Ready?
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Burrow. Short pass caught by his tight end. Well, he got the football, Brock, but not the first. That stopped just shy of the marker, 4th down. Field goal would have been 49 yards, Brock, but they want to go for this instead.
11.
They'll run for this, and he is stuffed at the line. They don't get the yard they need, and they're going to catch a breather. They turn it over on downs.
You know, Kate, it's almost like the defense was in the offensive huddle before the play. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run, and the reward is they get off the field.
The Browns getting their offense out there.
Ready, set.
1st and 10 from the 32. And we'll see, Brock, if they go back to that ground game this drive after how well they ran it their last time out.
I'm going to probably say yes on that one, Kate. This is a team with a known identity across the league. They're going to hang their hat on running the football effectively. I think they'll get right back to work.
One play in, Brock in his stride is already in enemy territory. Finds a man right side. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards.
Working out of the gun, Sanders. He finds him over the middle. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
70 Timberwolves.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
And they're going to have 1st and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there.
1st down. 1st and goal, Cleveland.
So with that, Brock, we've now reached our 2-minute warning.
Okay,
Sit tight. More from Paycor Stadium on the other side.
Come on, come on. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Another carry for him. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. Give him a couple on the run, and it's now 2nd and goal. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. It's 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
They give it to him up the middle. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout.
Let's go. Ready.
Here's again, straight up the middle. And he's across. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns grow their lead just before halftime. Trujillo checks on the extra point. And the Browns grow their lead to 8. Here's Trujillo to kick it away. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Running back sent in motion left.
180. 180.
Burrow on 1st down. Brought in right side. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line.
Stop.
The 30-yard line.
Burrow from the gun. He puts some air under it deep down the middle. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Stop. Stop.
Man in motion here. 3rd and short, it's Burrow. He's trying to go deep again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Ooh, snap came in slow, but he got it away. Fields this at the 19. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. The Browns have running back Bashal Tootin headed out with the rest of the offense. And he has run roughshod over them in this opening half. Pretty sure this is the exact kind of start that he was hoping to have here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Here we go. Viking.
Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. Get some space around midfield. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. Trying to work quickly now.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Sanders going to throw here on 1st. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had. And incompletion is still pretty good for the defense.
And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's a Browns first down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
First down now, ball at the 33. Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Short pass brought in. And this is down to the 28 before the defense holds it. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Sanders setting to pass. Catch made over the middle. And he gets this forward to the 19. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty.
Back to 60.
Now Sanders. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Fighting for the goal line. Oh, he lost it! Someone punched it out! And the Bengals get to it! We have a 1-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
Our trip around the NFL starts now. In Nashville, the Titans at home to take on the Colts in the AFC South. And this is the Colts running back.
The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Browns have running back Bashal Tootin headed out with the rest of the offense. And among his touchdowns out of the backfield this season, this one is notable. On that last drive, he hit a benchmark that he's been pushing for. To the air on first down, Sanders connects on the crosser. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. Quite the start to that drive, huh, partner? First play sets him up in the 38.
First down, Browns.
They'll run here on first down. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland first down.
Come on.
13 yards.
Back-to-back carries here. Still going inside the 35. Touchdown, Cleveland! The Browns grow the lead coming out of halftime.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they could take it to the house.
This is Trujillo to try to point after. Point after is up and through. And the Browns lead by 15 now.
Bengals 13.
Here's Trujillo to kick it away. Return coming from the 6. Escapes the defender. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And as he continues lighting up the stat sheets this season, we can see he's still chasing one man for the NFL lead in passing yardage. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Here we go.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Hauled in left side. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
8 yards on the pickup.
Here we go.
Brings up second and 2.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
Messenger on the tackle. No gain on the play. Makes it third and 2.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. He lofts it deep right side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. The Bengals send out the punting unit. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Secures this at the 17. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Huh.
Running it now out of the gun. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. On 39 now after that explosive start to this drive.
First down.
The give now out of the shotgun. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. 3rd and short here. Sanders. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Campbell hauls it in. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
First down. A gain of 5. First down, Brown.
Panther 11. Panther 11. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Dragon 60.
Throwing from the gun here. Pass complete to Campbell. And he hits that enemy 25-yard line before he is sent out. Give him 25 on that play. And that's a Browns 1st down. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time. He could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great win.
And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
After such a magnificent run, quick story time. My first NFL start. Ricky Waters does the same thing. Gets the ball inside and near that goal line. And I get in the huddle. Ricky says, give Ricky the ball. Time to give Ricky the ball.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Browns make it a 3-possession game.
Let's see, Kate. I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes. That's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals. That's a hat trick. What are we going to call this other than simply splendid?
Trujillo hands on the point after. And the Browns grow the lead now to 22 points.
Bengals 13.
Trujillo to kick it away. His return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Coach Zach Taylor getting his Bengals out there for their next drive. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, Burrow. That one's complete, right side. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
You know, quarterbacks aren't always the one dishing out punishment, but when they take it and they deliver a frozen rope, when they deliver a ball right on target just like that, and the respect factor grows 100-fold with your teammates. That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Takes this in at the 25. They found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. The Browns and quarterback Shedeur Sanders ready to get back to work. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Hand off now from the gun. 2nd down run, good for 4. That brings up 3rd down. They give it to him again. Shut down after a gain of about a yard. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it will largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Let's go.
Upping the tempo with some hurry-up offense.
18 rattling.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On 1st down, here's Sanders. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bengals territory. 2nd down now. They need 7.
At the 47-yard line.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. And the Browns 1st down.
Rolling back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
I'll tell you what, kid, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of the broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
New set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
From the red zone now. And it's brought in. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns can cruise to a win, growing that lead further. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
This is Trujillo to try to point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns continue piling onto this lead. rookie to kick it away. Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Here come the Bengals to take over once again. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Cincinnati into formation.
Here we
It's
go.
1st and 10.
Hey, Ken.
Burrow to the air now. He's got a man left. And he's going to be brought down at the 28-yard line.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. And it's Carson Schlesinger who got over there for the stop.
11 empty.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
First down on 3rd down. It's Burrow. It's caught. Chase has it. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He gets down inside the 35-yard line. 35 on the pickup. And the Bengals have a 1st down. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Bengals with possession, but they're in a pretty deep hole to start the 4th. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34.
11.
Plowing up the middle. And he works it inside the 30. That's a gain of 7.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Can.
Burrow back to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Burrow from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play. Jar it loose, incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they face 2nd down.
Here we go. White 80.
We've got a man in motion. On 2nd and 10, Burrow again. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to be touched down at that spot, which means the effort makes it 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
What is that?
Right up the gut. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals putting up points in a game decided. That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals trail by 22 now.
Bengals 20.
The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. Returning it from the 4. This makes it up to the 25. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. With touchdowns on their last 2 drives, Brock, they're playing some of their best offense here. Could they try for 3 in a row despite the lead? Let's find out. Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Sanders. Finds him over the middle. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's out of bounds, but what a great play there, Brock. He's got him into field goal range. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
That's incomplete on 2nd down. Not on the same page with his tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Third and long for him here. Short pass brought in. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard. Maddox Trujillo on to handle this field goal. This, 42 yards from the right hash. Kick by Trujillo is good. And their lead grows further to 25 points.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Here's Trujillo to kick it away. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Cincinnati offense headed out now. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
On first down, here's Burrow. Completed over the middle. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
38-yard line.
First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Short pass caught by his tight end. And this one doesn't go far. They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the
Throwing is Burrow. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Pretty impressive, isn't it? They built this type of lead for themselves because that's actually, Kate, their first sack of the game. And that's why smart front offices and complete teams build a well-rounded roster. That way, if a core component like the pass rush today isn't there, well, the other areas of the team pick each other up.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Benjamin Morrison comes up with it.
Well, these were the kind of plays they needed, frankly, earlier in the game. And it was still somewhat close. At this point, still a great play, but a bit of a hollow highlight of the game already decided.
Back out now comes the Browns offense. This winning streak has been impressive for them. 6 games now, and they lead so far here. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's a Browns 1st down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, okay? They don't always get the attention they deserve on broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
New set of downs from 37.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy 80.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Dude, I think I can even feel it up here in the booth. You feel this offensive line just gaining confidence. When you get chunk run after chunk run in this league, boy, those big guys say feed, good, run game.
And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Tootin gets it from the gun. How about this? He can't even get past the line of scrimmage. No challenge for the end zone here.
Pretty easy for me to play armchair quarterback up here and say I just don't like that call on 1st and 5, especially when you get nothing from it. Man, that one stinks.
And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2.
Okay, ready?
Goal now as they try to pile on further.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now
Here's another for it. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Browns keep running away with this. Trujillo checks on the extra point. And the Browns grow their lead yet again. Vecchio to kick it away. He fields it from the 8. Jukes away from one. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So now here comes the Bengals on offense. They're coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence.
11.
First down, they'll run. Now, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. Fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. All right, here we go. Second down.
Here we go.
Second and 11. At the 27-yard line.
Back to the well again. Finds a small seam. That's good for 5. Make it third down. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Bengals just want to get out of here with how this one is gone.
12.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
11.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. He hits a wall, stops at a yard. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of reaction time you want when you face a draw play. They broke on it shortly after the draw started, and they contained it to a minimal gain.
Starts his return from the 23. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. And they should just be able to kneel out what time remains. There's 3 timeouts defensively still available, but using them is not going to alter this outcome.
Come on.
They'll run it from the gun. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the 34-yard line.
Cougar 19. Go.
They're going to pass it here. Finds the in route complete. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. To the line and sets. Here we go, first down.
Ready.
At the 45-yard line.
Blown back, gets the handoff. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4. Come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Hits him on the in route. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And they bring him down around the 34.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage gets good coverage, contested catches will really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
So the Browns will take this win home with them. And as we play in October, they have kept their perfect start to the season going. To the point, Brock, I think you could argue they might be the league's best team in the front half of this campaign. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a well-earned win for the Browns as we say so long from Cincinnati.